The Girl Who Never Left the Bathtub in My Neighbor's Basement by Shuck. I saw her for the first time when I was 5. My football had gone over the fence into Mr. Smith's yard. Through a broken basement window, I saw her, the girl in the bathtub, pale as a daisy, submerged almost up to her neck. I had bad dreams for a while. My mama told me over and over that what I thought I saw was no more real than fairy tales. My mama, see, she thought she'd put my mind at ease. But no, I had to see, to know for sure. When I was 10, I crept through the weeds taller than me, and through the cracked glass, I saw her again, just sitting there, pale as a daisy, submerged almost up to her neck. My mama scolded me for going over there, for trespassing, for seeing silly things that can't exist. And besides, Mama said, Mr. Smith ain't himself with his wife just dying. Mama sent me over to Mr. Smith with a pie to cheer him up. Mama made me go, though I kicked up quite a fuss. As I walked up to Mr. Smith's front door, I did everything I could not to look at the dark and dingy basement window. Mr. Smith smiled when he saw the pie, asked me inside for a slice, so I went in. Everywhere there was just dust and dirt. He seemed a mess. I'd never seen him outside more than once or twice, always at night, kept to himself. I knew something bad had happened, but I didn't know what. I ate my slice of pie and asked him if any guests ever visited. Not willingly, he said. I left and waited until he'd shut the door before I crept around the back to peep into that window again. And I saw her again, just sitting there, pale as a daisy, submerged almost up to her neck, smiling this time, satisfied. Mama got sick soon after, and I had to grow up fast. I barely had time to keep an eye on the girl in Mr. Smith's basement, but she was always there whenever I looked. At some point, I stopped being afraid. Instead, I felt sympathy. She didn't look happy. Her cheeks greened and her eyelids drooped. Mr. Smith had a bad fall, and I began cooking dinners for him. Sometimes he'd weep into his food. I've failed her, he said. His hands trembled so bad he couldn't hold his gun. I guess I inherited the girl in the bathtub, though I can't quite remember when. I learned to shoot, caught a rabbit or two, raccoons, foxes. Up the food chain I progressed. It felt bad at first. I was grateful for any roadkill. I'd squeeze them like a sponge, every drop of blood into the bathtub, and watch the girl's eyes dance like fire. Hypnotic it was. Her name is Ursabet. I'd always wanted a pet. Now I'm hers. Nobody will miss Mr. Smith. Mama is next. Then